All right, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, the back-to-back reigning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, going for the three-peat this year, as we are legally required to say. Obviously, they're playing good football on their bye this week. Everyone's talking about the offense and what they're going to do for the future, but lost in the noise, lost in all that discussion, is a really incredible move the Chiefs have pulled off that no one is talking about. Great sign for the Chiefs this season and probably for the future as well. I'm Nick, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, like I said, Chiefs, a lot of discussion is going on with the offense, but the reality is the defense has had a really nice season so far. They've done a great job picking up any sort of slack, but it's not just that they're playing well. They're playing well at a level of efficiency in terms of dollars spent that is almost unprecedented in the NFL. Let's pull up a couple charts right here. Let's get these on the screen. You can see some arrows there pointing at the key numbers. So the top numbers right there, the top 30 of your screen, you see Chiefs, Panthers, Rams. These are the fewest dollars allocated per overthecap.com per the defensive side of the ball. You can see that over there on the right. So the Chiefs at $75.5 million are ranked 30th in the NFL in dollars allocated on the defensive side of the ball. Now let's go to the bottom. This is the top 10 teams according to PFF on defense this year, and you can see the Kansas City Chiefs sit there at number 8. Now, what you can see there is the Chiefs are getting more bang for their buck than virtually any team in the National Football League. Here's where it gets crazy. Most of the other teams that don't pay a lot, and you don't see like the number 27, 28 ranked teams there above the Chiefs. Some teams that don't pay a lot on dollars for the defense, that's because they tanked, or that's because they were terrible, or they traded a lot of assets. The Lions are a great example of this, right? They were a bad team for so long. They traded Matthew Stafford. They got so many draft picks that they were able to use a lot of rookies like Aiden Hutchinson, young player, to come in and help their defense out for cheap. The Chiefs obviously have not been tanking. They've been outstanding. They haven't had the high draft picks. So they've done an incredible job. This is absolutely ridiculous by Veach and company, with no high draft picks whatsoever, with no incredible trade whatsoever, spending the third fewest dollars on defense on any team in the NFL, right? They've been spending no money on defense. They've had no real draft capital on defense. And despite all of that, they're ranked number 8 in the NFL in defensive efficiency. This is ridiculous. Spagnuolo, Reed, Veach, incredible job. This is why they're undefeated, and this is why, along with Patrick Mahomes, of course, they should be the favorite to win their third straight Super Bowl. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, but first, Chiefs fans in the comment section below. Obviously, by week, you get to kick back and relax and watch the rest of the NFL duke it out, but let's focus on the past 5 games here for a second. Give us your under-the-radar MVP for the Chiefs season so far. Is there a guy you think who's not getting the press but has done a really nice job helping this Chiefs team start undefeated? Give us your under-the-radar MVP in the comment section below. But Miles, what are your thoughts on the Chiefs right now and just everything with this team as they go forward trying to accomplish their three-peat here?
Yeah, Nick, and if by what you're saying, the MVP under the radar gotta be Brett Veach, right? He's doing a really great job. He's allocating dollars to the right parts of the field, not defense, and then yet getting the results. And you talk about other teams that were tanking or leveraging off assets. We got to remember the Chiefs let L'Jarius Sneed walk. The Chiefs are letting some of their big time defensive assets go, so they're making the right choices in cutting players as well. And we did, if you want to check that out, we did a story like a few months ago about how letting L'Jarius Sneed walk was a really great move by the Chiefs just for how much he costs versus what they're doing. So the Chiefs has this unprecedented ability to just really analyze what a player is worth and how they're going to add to the team. Is the dollars per down or dollars per, play made efficient? And that is what they're doing. Everyone around the ball feels like they're doing what they're being paid for. Their worth is equivalent to the level of play that they put on the field. And you really don't see that anymore with so many teams. You'd think like teams like Chris Jones, he gets a huge bag. He comes out and he's dominant again. He's the second ranked defensive interior tackle in all of the NFL. I mean, that's crazy. You see so many times. I'll think of like the Baltimore Ravens. They went out, they paid Ronnie Stanley, their left tackle, a crazy amount of money. He did, got a huge payday. And that's a guy now that he is doing really bad comparatively. He's like the 15th or 16th ranked tackle in the NFL. He's on the latter part of that deal. But I mean, that's not what you want. You look at another guy, I'm looking at their lineup right now, Marlon Humphrey, another guy they went out and paid on the defense side of the ball. He got a huge bag, like $90-some million. He's the 31st ranked corner in the NFL. I mean, they're not bad by any means. Obviously, Chiefs fans know the Ravens always play them tough, but that's not efficiently spending your money. Paying someone top dollar and then being the top player in the NFL, that's efficiently spending your money. And not many teams can get that move right. So hats off to Brett Veach and hats off to this Chiefs team because I think they're doing something here that's so unprecedented, being able to analyze who to pay and what they're going to get out of them after they pay them.
And one thing to remember here is that the Chiefs' defensive ranking according to PFF, it's not because they've been playing slouches exclusively, right? Because we're still at that point in the season where teams can have a really good grade on one side of the ball or the other because they've been playing some garbage teams. If these are the opposing offenses and their PFF ranks that the Chiefs have much to match up against, the Ravens, who the Chiefs obviously beat week 1, the second ranked offense according to PFF, the Saints and the Falcons are 6 and 7 respectively. The Cincinnati Bengals are 12. Only the Chargers are considered a bad offense based on the teams the Chiefs have played so far. So they've been playing really good competition, and their defense has done an outstanding job, again, with almost no quality draft capital because they're always drafting late in the draft and with spending no dollars. This is absolutely ridiculous. We always like to compare the Chiefs to the Patriots dynasty with Brady and Belichick, and there's a lot of really good comparisons. But one of the successes and secrets that's well known is that Tom Brady took pay cuts so they could spread money around mainly to the defensive side of the ball most of the time to keep that defense really talented. We're seeing something even next level because obviously Mahomes has taken a lot of money this season and will going forward, even though he's obviously worth the dollars. It means they're not going to have as much money on the defensive side of the ball, and yet still the Chiefs are getting it done. A lot of credit has to go to Spagnuolo. He's done a phenomenal job as he always seems to do. Andy Reid, the head man, deserves a lot of credit too. Veach, everybody. This is why they're undefeated. This is why they're the favorite to win. We know Mahomes is spectacular. We know they've got some playmakers. We know Worthy's an exciting rookie. We know Kelsey, even though he's not the guy he once was, can still step up in big moments. We know they're very, very deep on offense. But the reality is this is a defensive football team getting it done with quality team defense with efficient dollars. This is incredible stuff here by the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't see a reason, as much as the rest of the NFL is probably tired of seeing the Chiefs win, I don't see a reason or how anybody can beat them in the postseason when they're this efficient, especially they're only going to get healthier. I tell you what, I mean, at this point, how can you bet against a three-peat for this Kansas City squad?